You know that clock fast. You know that clock fast. Well, look, that's good. That means we're early, aren't we?
Is it too early?
Oh. Huh?
Why are you recording?
Because I just want to show everyone what I have to deal with every single morning. Like I'm trying to get you to school. Don't forget your cookies. Anyway, I'm ready to go. All packed. Got up early to put some makeup on, did a braid. All ready to go. Are you kidding me? How early are we?
What do you mean? 6:21.
Oh, good, let's go. We can go find John and put our bags on the bus.
As if the bus is going to be open at 6:20.
Your bus is open at 6:20. It's so cold. So we're at Whole Foods. What's Whole Foods? I want cooked food.
Native Americans, and then the Spanish came and discovered the area in the early 1500s, made it to Orlando in 1536. But these areas, like most of Florida, is a swamp. So like most of Florida was just uninhabitable. So when people came here and explored, they were like, well, it's way too difficult at this time to try and settle here. So the Spanish laid claim to the area, and then they pretty much just left it for a while. But I'll talk more about that later. So very, very slowly in very small numbers, people kind of started moving south and settling in these areas. And it wasn't until the late 1800s when Orlando was kind of known for its heyday, before Disney came here. So Florida is a citrus capital of the country, right? So if you guys are here, get some Florida-made orange juice, get some oranges. We have plenty of time to be able to do it. But in the late 1800s, like the 1870s, all these small little citrus farms started to grow in Orlando. However, in the year of 1894, the winter of 1894 to 1895, they had what was called the Great Freeze of Orlando. And all of the like citrus companies that were super small, they basically got decimated because of this freeze. So they weren't really able to recover from that. So a lot of the smaller citrus companies ended up banding together and to make like 3 of the kind of bigger ones, but most of them had to leave the area because they just couldn't afford to be down here anymore. And the area just after that freeze, they didn't want to rebuild and spend all their money in case it happened again. It wasn't until 1965 when Walt Disney announced that he was going to be building his East Coast location somewhere in Florida that the hype around this area really started to happen. So he actually scoped out a bunch of different places in Florida. He was looking in Miami, he was looking in Tampa, which is a little bit further southwest of us. But he chose this area because first of all, there wasn't a whole lot going on here. And second of all, one of the biggest reasons was because even though, so Florida is huge for hurricanes, right? Like hurricane season is late summer, and they get hit quite often. But it doesn't, not saying that Orlando doesn't ever get hit by hurricanes, because they do, but because we're so far inland, we're about 2 hours inland from either coast, he chose this area, fingers crossed, hoping that there wasn't going to be a lot of hurricanes that would shut down his park or cause damage. They actually shut down, was it 2 years ago, I think? I can't remember, it was either last year or 2 years ago for like the second time in history because of the hurricane that came through. So otherwise they've been doing pretty good. So they opened in 1971, and ever since then the whole area has just been booming. So Universal opened its doors in 1999, and since then it is one of the largest tourist attractions in the world, and they have more theme parks and tourist attractions in Orlando and Kissimmee proper than anywhere else in the world. So this town was basically the town that Disney built. So thank you, Walt Disney, even though they're kind of an asshole for making me pay just to drop you guys off, but we won't get into that again. So there's one spot that we can go for bus drop-off, so you guys will have to take Disney's public transport to get to the proper parks. So they've got like a bus, they've got like a little tram, and they've got different boats and all this that gets you in between all the parks. So if you're doing the park to park hopper, you'll have to take some of their different transportation to be able to get in between the parks, but it's super clear, the signs are everywhere, and where we drop you off at the bus parking is where we're going to be picking you up tonight as well. So, excuse me, remember, when if you guys are going to Disney, Leave all your stuff on the bus. I mean, obviously bring whatever you guys need with you, water, you know, sunscreen, your money, all that good stuff. But otherwise, leave everything else on the bus. And when we come and get you guys later tonight, then I'll have your keys and stuff ready for you, and then you'll be able to just hop off afterwards and go straight to your rooms. Does anyone have any questions? What time did we get? Oh yeah, duh. So.
So just the Panera bread, and we got a panini, chicken panini, potato chip side, and a strawberry and banana, and then just the pastry. It's packed, you didn't even get a seat.
Panera bread was so good. I said it with the accent.
Huh?
I said Panera bread with the
Panera.
accent. Panera bread. Oh my gosh, it was so yum. I love it so much. And the smoothie was really good.
Yeah.
Now we're just walking in the shops and everything is outdoors. It's really, really warm, but it's nice. It's cool shopping little, do they call this a mall?
I don't know. So that's a shopping centre or a mall.
Yeah. Italian ice.
Huh?
Italian ice. So we just got into our room in Florida. We always get these 2 beds. It's so weird. But it's so cold. And then a bathroom. And a toilet. And a shower. Yeah. Not bad. Can we turn the aircon off? So cold. Guys, we did this research and we found this Buffalo Wings joint like 500 meters. We watched like all these reviews on what the wings are like. It's like a YouTube video of some guy eating them. And then we had a nap for 2 hours, go out, and then we literally went down on the lift, about to walk out, and it's pouring. And not just pouring, it was thunderstorming. We are so upset. There's not even any room service here. We're trying to get Uber Eats or an Uber to the restaurant, or we're just gonna get pizza delivered. What do you reckon we're gonna do, babe?
I don't know, let's see what happens. Whatever's cheaper.
What's cheaper?
I don't know. If we catch an Uber there, it's gonna be.
Hungry. What did you just say?
I said I reckon we should just walk it, babe. It's only 8 minutes and we have an umbrella. It's like it says it's 8 minutes, but I reckon we could do it in 6.
It was thunderstorming. Alright, let's do it.
I'm keen.
Alright.
Oh.
Let's go.
It stopped anyway.
Alright, let's do it. What did you call me, Bubby?
A good girl.
A good girl? Why? Because I'm walking in the rain with you?
Yeah.
Because I agreed to this shit?
Yeah.
Okay, now. Can you hear it thunderstorming? Oh, we just made it. Oh god.
The lucky leprechaun.
Thank you. So we got our chicken. You have to try it, Bubby. And we got onion rings too. These onion rings look so good. Go. Which one's my one? Looks like there's so many. I don't, are you sure?
How is it? Good? Did you have some ranch?
So close. So our waiter is super good, he's funny. And we ordered a chocolate cake for dessert. And the waiter's like, I'll put some caramel on top. And James, he walks away and James is like, we're tipping him good.
Yeah.
He's making magic.
He's making magic. He's making a chocolate cake into a caramel cake. So, we got the ice cream. We got the cake, sorry.
Yeah.
There's the cake, the magic cake.
That caramel on it.
You'll have a try?
Okay. Oh my god, look how much sauce is here.
Yeah, it's like sticky. It's good?
Yeah.
So most of the time, everywhere we go, everyone asks Melissa if she's Spanish or speaks Spanish. And we went into the elevator. And then this,
Let's go back.
Why?
This started in Europe.
yeah.
Everywhere we went
what I
in
was
Europe,
reading, yeah.
people kept saying Espanol, Espanol, and I'm like, no, I'm Australian, and they'd be so shocked. So it continued here, like
Yeah.
even
At the shopping centre.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
shopping centre. Like, well, even my cousin, I was going to say, he thought that I was half, like, obviously half Italian and half Spanish. Like, no, I'm not. And then here,
At the shops, the lady was like, what did she say? Hola, perfumes.
oh, the perfumes, and I'm like, oh my, and we just don't even say it, like, just like
Because
pretend.
there was like, I don't know, because the first time was like, they said it to someone like, you know, hola, perfumes. And then other people walked past and she's like, hi, do you want to see perfume?
Yeah.
So we walked past again and then she said it in Spanish. So I'm guessing
So
that she thought
that I was
she was
Spanish. And then the worst one was just now.
Yeah, so we went in the elevator and then this lady started speaking Spanish.
To me, like full on
So-
Spanish to me.
And then
And I'm like, I speak English. And she's like, oh! And she starts speaking English normal. So she thought like she couldn't speak English. She just
thought you
thought
were
I was purely Spanish. It's so funny. And we got out of the lift. I'm like to James, like, just don't even talk to me because I can't.
Spanish girl, wife. Spanish wife.
I'm not Spanish. I don't mind being Spanish, but it's just so funny how. But like here, because I guess there's so many Spanish people, they just assume I'm
You're
Spanish,
Spanish, yeah.
because I'm like darker. But even when I was in Italy, they thought I was Spanish.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.